Since the expansion of technology and television in the 1960s, media has played an increasingly important role in presidential campaigns. This isn't to say that it is a bad thing. Technology, TV, and the media has allowed everyday, average coverage of political matters. The media has begun to practice the method of horse racing, sensationalism, and yellow journalism to attract more viewers. As a result, presidential campaigns have begun to focus more on the candidates themselves than the issues and politics of the candidate. Presidential hopefuls Barroso, Talia have supplied me with special footage from campaign trails.
Are you sure? Shouldn't I try to persuade the public by using my wit, intellect, personality, and policy agendas?
No. It's all about making yourself interesting. Look, the public doesn't care about the majority of your stances on issues. They're too uneducated and uninterested in anything that seems like it doesn't directly affect them. Issues like gay marriage, immigration, healthcare reform are only popular issues because how the media manipulated its role as gatekeeper. It chose to publicize those issues, and so those issues are the most controversial, popular, and debated ones. Make sure you don't have a polarizing view on those issues. Talk about how you love the poor, the children. Go visit an orphanage. The media will eat that up, and make sure to trash talk Zio too. Media always uses sensationalism in their writing. They will probably dig up some stories why you're mad at Zio if you trash talk her.
I can't believe that slimeball Talia publicly trash-talked me. Now she's ahead of the polls again. And she hasn't discussed a single public policy or stance on any issue in the media so far. How is that fair?
Well, Zia, it's called horse racing and the power of the mass media. Talia is just using her knowledge of how politics works to her advantage. She knows that the media is desperate to grab viewers and public interest through public polls and horse racing when they try to predict which candidate is going to win through deep analysis, debates, and sound bites. She knows she can't be too specific on her stances on issues because then she can lose support with viewers who don't agree with her. So she's going out in the public, trying to look good by visiting orphanages and trying to talk you down and trying to bring your past out in the open.
Oh no, what can I do?
Stop focusing on pushing your agenda out there. The media only cares about the interesting things, like your private life.
Are you sure I should focus more on my own image than my issues? I feel like I'm deceiving the public.
Don't worry, it's what everyone else is doing too.
As you've seen from the special footage, the media has changed the way politics is run in this country, and is now a threat to our democracy. It will lead to a less informed public, more concerned with the image of the representatives and their issues and philosophies. As the creators of the Electoral College feared, we need to fix this problem. It is a slow but steady threat to our democracy that threatens to allow popular but unexperienced leaders to represent us. What do you think?
Well, this issue is very evident in the 1960 presidential campaign between Kennedy and Nixon. Presidential campaigns where it all started because it was the first to have televised debates. John F. Kennedy won the election partially due to a huge media advantage. He was young and handsome, but he had very little experience. On the other hand, Nixon was vice president for 2 terms and had a successful political career. But he wasn't as young and handsome as Kennedy. He wasn't also as good of a speaker. The media proved to make a drastic effect on the minds of the public. Kennedy wooed the public because of his great television skills, instead of whether he was as qualified as Nixon.
There was also a study done that showed the impact Fox News had on people. In 2000, Fox News was only available to 20% of American homes. A study was done that showed the changes in the proportion of Democratic and Republican voters between the homes that had Fox News available on their TVs and the homes that did not. They concluded that caused an increase of 200,000 Republican votes. That's enough to change the results of a whole election.
Wow, what a shame we've let the media influence us too much.
Yes, there will always be a focus on the image and personality of presidents in the media, and tactics like horse race and sensationalism will be used to attract the audience in the media. I think overall, presidential candidates know that they need to be clear and direct with the stances and views on issues of the public. It's the only way for them to win an election. I think once they start giving equally weight to their policies and their image, this problem will be solved.
I agree. Presidential candidates need to be more direct and clear about the agendas and have interest groups or issue networks describe and help the general public understand their agendas too. This way the public will have an understanding of the goals in government and vote for the ideals they stand with more than the image the media portrays of them. It's the only way for this problem to diminish. The presidential candidates themselves have to take initiative to educate the public and not rely on the media to boost their image.
You're completely right. Many problems in our democracy could be fixed if candidates worked harder on putting out their stances, issues, and ideas out there in the public. Hopefully one day we'll be able to make a change so that the public can think on their own instead of relying on the media to decide their own issues. Once we accomplish this, the public will be able to make their own decisions without the use of media.